guys, it's me Lilith, and this is the second time I'm doing one of these videos. This time I want to talk about a Sonic character channel called Gotta Go Fast, specifically his Sonic.EXE series. Quick disclaimer, I am not hating on the channel or the series, I actually really like both. Heck, I'm drawing fan art for him in the video. I'm just sharing my opinions on the series and how I think it could be improved. I also haven't rewatched the older videos from the series in a long time. I do remember most of the important details though, so apologies if I get anything wrong. Okay, now let's get into the video. So Gotta Go Fast, Sonic.EXE series started about 3 to 4 years ago. Although it was only labeled a series just last year, at first, it was just something that would happen during October, you know, to celebrate Halloween. Every year he would somehow end up playing an EXE game, get a headache, and then the video would end with static and distorted laughter. This was also during the time he worked with Tails and Sonic Pals, so sometimes we also saw him there. Now, it's been a while since I watched the video I'm about to talk about, so I apologize if I miss or get some details wrong. Anyways, one time on the Tails and Sonic Pals channel, in a Sonic World video, Tails ends up accidentally turning both Sonic and Amy into their EXE forms. This is actually the first time we really saw our character be affected by this. Tails denies the fact that this isn't Sonic and Amy and plays the game while EXE and Possessed Amy make jokes to Tails. You know, Tails gets borderline traumatized here. Anyways, this is the first time we get an idea on EXE's origin in the story. He mentions the Tails doll being from their world, and having seen that he's traveled to this dimension. There's also some weird ritual stuff mentioned, but this ritual is never explained nor brought up again. This sort of thing does happen more with the plot, points being forgotten and never brought up again. Anyways, back on topic. This gives us an idea of what EXE is. He's some kind of entity from a different dimension. The entity possessing Amy is most likely also from that world. Also, can this guy decide on how he's going to do anything? In this video, he says 2 different ways he's gonna turn Tails into the Tails doll. Also, him and Possessed Amy end up dating. In that video, in the span of one video, I feel like I need to discuss that for a second. They meet in that video. That is the first time they interact. And by the end, they're literally dating. Anyways, back on topic. They get turned back to normal and are very confused and kind of scared. This happens some more on Tails' channel as well. One of the things is that Sonic never remembers what happens during the time he's controlled by EXE. He only ever found out about this because of his friends and the comments. Well, I mean, he knew something was wrong. He just didn't know what. I'm trying to summarize most of this because there's a lot of videos and I'm trying to get us back to the present day. Like, there's a lot. Like, it would probably take me a couple days to watch all of them. After a lot of videos with not enough info to discuss, EXE and Possessed Amy have either all the Chaos Emeralds or almost all of them. I can't remember. They end up running into Cream, and Shadow shows up to shut down their conversation with her. They end up getting run into by Ray, and Shadow Chaos controls them into oblivion. And that's all we had for a while. It was implied that this was the end and it was over. Yeah, like, I believe that. I mean, come on, Sonic.EXE defeated by Chaos Control? Ha! And I was right, because last year it came back. We finally made it to the present. Yay! Yeah, no, it took a little while to get here. I had to summarize everything for us all. But anyways, so he comes a month late. He quite literally was just like, what if I waited an extra month for funsies? Anyways, he talks for a long time and threatens the audience, you know, normally EXE stuff. But what I find most interesting is what he says about his origins here. He says he's not entirely sure how he came to be. He also says he's part of Sonic. Now, this completely contradicts what he said a few years ago in the Sonic World video I talked about a few minutes ago. In the Sonic World video, he said he's from a separate dimension. Now he's a byproduct of the rings, or chaos energy? No, there's no way he's just a Fleetway now, right? And anyways, this is most likely just a retcon and not that important, or maybe EXE's lying to Sonic to make it easier to control and scare him. Anyways, he gets control and keeps it for longer than he normally does, like he keeps it for like multiple videos and a few live streams too. There's some important info in both, so I'm going to try and list it all in chronological order. So he meets up with Ray and gives him a fake Chaos Emerald, which ends up infecting Espio. This I forgot about in 2 videos, like completely forgotten, never mentioned again, sort of forgotten, no explanation for that. He also mentions getting a special gift for Amy. He just wants his wife back. This is also forgotten. Sonic ends up getting control back after playing a memory game, and then after a while of nothing, it ends. Very unsatisfyingly. Now I understand making the ending be a surprise, but this is not how you do that. We end up getting a confrontation with EXE. Only Sonic is confronting him, no one else. And apparently he told Tails about this, and got a magic button off camera, and somehow this button is more effective than Chaos Control, and he's just gone. Do you guys see the problem? We had no foreshadowing of this. He didn't say he was going to Tails to get a solution. In the first video when EXE came back, he didn't even want to go to Tails because that's what EXE wanted, so why does he go now? And why off camera? I truly hope this isn't how it ends. My guess is that it was difficult for him to work on both this and the Portalverse, so he had to end it quickly. I do have a few ideas of what could happen next, so that's what I'm going to talk about now, and how this ending could be saved. So first, I believe the button should have separated Sonic and EXE into 2 separate entities, with EXE having teleported at the last second so we didn't see him. Now, this would not have been how the button was supposed to work. It was supposed to get rid of him, but I think he's just too powerful for a simple button to defeat him. I believe he would be weakened by this temporarily, and needs some time to plot his next move. As he no longer needs Sonic, he can do so much more. When he comes back, I believe it should be revealed by a link in a video that takes you to an unlisted video. This video would be an audio log from EXE discussing his return and requesting the viewer's help, saying he knows he has some supporters in the comments. He should not reveal his entire plan then. I have a different idea though if you don't like this one. Say the button does work as intended. Remember the Emerald Ray was given? I believe he would simply be stuck in there instead and try to manipulate Ray to help him. I also think it should end with at least a small fight, or something better than a button. No matter which one of these is picked, there needs to be at least, a small fight or something more entertaining than, pressing a button and the creature that's been calling himself God for a while now is just, gone, as if a simple button does more than— I'm gonna stop. I sound rude now. I'm not trying to be rude, I promise. I can understand if the reason it was ended that way was a lack of motivation. It can be hard to stay motivated on projects, I know that. And if that is what happened, gotta go fast, don't feel pressured to continue the series right away. Or ever. As nice as it would be, I can understand if you were tired of it after 4 years. If you do want to continue it though, please consider the ideas I've given. I'd be honored for you to use them. I'd also be open to helping with this series, because I'm incredibly invested in it and I love where it was going. But again, don't feel like you have to. And I think that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this, feel free to subscribe. I post speed paints and animations, although I make these types of videos whenever I feel like. I'll see you all next time. Bye!